Hello guys and welcome to another episode in Refuge. As you can see, I've decided to take a slight holiday from the slightly dilapidated Refuge lab and just spend a little bit of quality relaxing time in the mountains. Well, actually that is not strictly true as you might imagine. I've decided to get some snow because I think one of the cookery quest meals requires a bit of snow, and the game has given me several snow golems, so I guess that could be a way of making the snow, but I just couldn't be bothered with dealing with the guy because once I had him, once he'd made a bit of snow, I then wants to keep him, and I don't really have, I think, a vacuum collector for the snow, etc, etc. So I just thought I'd pop out here and just do some vanilla snow shoveling as one does, and really I think I have enough. So I will go back to the, not sure where it is, somewhere there I think, go back to the lab now that we've had a nice look around. Sometimes it's good to get outside and see what's in the world, and I'll meet you back there when we can do some cooking. Okay, so we are back in Creeper Kitchen, and I think we have all the ingredients we need to go to Macy's. I will try to do this quite quickly. So we've already done the pizza. It wants us to do a delighted meal which contains the fries. So I am just going to quickly try and make the fries, which is this. Oh, I hope I can make it in my inventory. I should have brought more salt with me. Yeah, here are the fries. I wonder what kind of meal it is. It doesn't say. How typical. And then we also will need to make the nice hamburgers which I've been eating. So that's, hold on, we need some toast I think. I've put the toast in the oven already. So that is a skillet with toast and our firm tofu because we don't want to hurt the lovely cows downstairs. And then we can add some cheese to that to make it more wholesome. And finally, just to give it that extra touch, some lettuce and tomato, and that's the deluxe cheeseburger. And now I think the delighted meal is a cheeseburger with fries and some sort of a smoothie. So the smoothie I think is juice with snow with fruit. Yes. Except I don't know why I've only... Okay, I don't know whether we can... What else we can use to make the smoothie? Perhaps a papaya? I think it only needs to make us to make one meal, at least that's what I'm hoping, but, you know, if we're going to go to all this trouble, we might as well make a few. Where did I put the papaya? Yes. Thank you very much. And now if we put this, and these, and this. Oh, look at this. I hope this fills things up well. It does give us a lot. Actually, I've just noticed that if you shift while you're pointing at something, it tells you how much hunger it fulfills in saturation. So that's excellent. That's one heck of a good meal. So let's just put the fruit away. Oh, the other thing I think it wanted was lemonade. And is this the way to make lemonade? It is. So after all that cooking, we've fulfilled all the requirements and we will get a complete... Oh, it gave me both. We will get a completely useless reward bag. Yes, I mean, really, do you think I'd get to this point without having these seeds? Where is my bin? And this. Okay, excellent. Let's put the chicken away in our sort of fridge. It's got ice, it's got snow in it, so clearly it's cold. And let's put some of these away, because really I don't want to spend all of today on cooking. Okay, we can have the lemonade. I really want to start automating as much as possible and making all the cool machines. I mean, after all, that's what modded is all about, isn't it? So let's get out of this. I mean, I think if I just make the KFC thing, but I think the KFC thing is, well, let's do it next time. I think that will finish this line, the creeper kitchen. But, you know, I want to do things like auto everything, the lab, etc, etc. So if we go to auto everything, yeah, it's got all sorts of cool stuff in it. Like, I really like the auto fisher. I was using it on Magic Farm and it's amazing the amount of stuff it pulls out. Not sure about Steve's Factory Manager. I mean, I find that, well, I'm not entirely sure I'll be using it, but I guess I can try. The thing that I was, and I think I did last time, was the cobblestone quest, where it wanted me to submit 1500 cobblestone, and if you look at our lovely transfer node here, I mean, we've got 4000, so that's pretty well done. The only problem is it's a QDS task, and I couldn't find, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, I just couldn't find the QDS anywhere. So I cheated one in for myself, which, I mean, I don't feel very good about cheating. But on the other hand, I mean, you know, it's just a weird thing to make finding the QDS a challenge. So it's possible that there was one in an obvious place and I just, I don't know, misplaced it or something. I even went as far as to starting a new world and checking, well, playing a few minutes of it to see whether there was a QDS previously, and I couldn't find one. So anyway, yeah, cheating, game mode 1. But I mean, what can you do? So let's see, do I have another one of those nodes? Because that could be a useful thing to have. No? Really? I don't have a node? How dreadful. Let me just make one very quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up making quite a few of those nodes because I'm sure they will come in useful. And let's look in the book. I think we have to say select task, yes. And this, and the cobblestone is going through. As you can see, it's sort of, and I guess, 1%. Okay, I guess I could do a few speed upgrades, but you know, eventually it will get there. Oh, it's giving a double compressed cobblestone. Okay, that's not very exciting. While this is all QDSing itself, let's look at the auto fisher. Let's look at the recipe. The thing I still don't feel I've really solved well is the power issue. Auto spawner, that will be cool. Auto brewer, where is the auto fisher? Enchanter, jukebox, spawner, disenchanter, anvil, brewer, activator. Oh my god, it doesn't have it. How can you not have it? Let's look at fisher. Maybe it's just under fisher. Yes, here it is. Alright, so there's some crafting involved. You might wonder about the plastic sheets. I can't remember whether we found any rubber trees or not, but I did grow up rubber essence. It might have been as part of something else. So we can make the plastic sheets if we smelt this twice, possibly in this or maybe upstairs. Uh, let's see. I won't do a lot of the crafting on camera because I know it becomes very boring for people, but I guess we could make a few of those, and then can we make those? I'll make a few. These machine frames go into basically everything, so it's a good idea to make a bunch of them to start with. Okay, I'll craft all the other stuff off camera and I'll get back to you when I've got it. Okay guys, so I've got the fisher crafted. I also, while I was at it, crafted a couple of other things like the planter. This is definitely going to be useful. I'd really like to automate the seed plantation. I might put quite a bit of effort into that soon. I hope these can work with the magic crops. We will see. And I also made a breeder, which it was a quest here. I thought this was quite useless actually, because why do I need cows when I can grow cow essence and grow soya, etc, etc. But anyway, we did them. So and the cobblestone overload is actually, I don't think it's taking anymore. Where did it go? Oh, it's here. I don't want to be losing these things. So anyway, let's just claim all the amusingly bad reward bags. I'm gonna pick the puffer fish. Do I have space in my inventory? Possibly. Let me get rid of a few things just so that I can make space for the rewards. This is the right one, and let's put all of these things. I'm not gonna make any more machines because boring. I have low crafting. A reward bag, of course. I have low crafting tolerance, easy crafting boredom, and the auto planter. Oh, wow, this is not difficult to make. But the reward bag is probably completely crap. But darn, I should have taken that because I think it was full. Well, on the other hand, not much power. Okay, let's open. We have one that is greater. Sure, they're all equally bad. One that is legendary. And one that is greater as well, so I don't know why it's not stacking up with that one. Let's look at what the legendary one is. Maybe it's a piece of gravel or something. A rotten heart. Rotten hearts do not eat. Okay. That was legendary indeed. Oh, really worth getting excited about. Then it keeps giving me this stuff. And one of those bags, which I think they're all equally small. Perhaps they need to be, I don't know, there might be some really interesting story behind these hearts. I'll have to look into it, but at face value they don't seem very interesting. And yet another watering can. My life is now complete. Okay, let's put some more stuff in here. But let's take the fisher and let's put this away. I'll sort it out later. I really have to put things in the ME system, but really I should then put most of my working stuff into the ME system as well, which I might do. Let's see whether it's day outside. Let's take a couple of chests, a chest which I prepared for this. Let's see what the situation is like outside. Oh, it is day. Okay, very nice. I don't know how far, I know the fisher has to be over water, I don't know how far it has to be. I was going to bring a piece of cobblestone with me, and then I put it away, and I also need a piece of stick, which I also don't have. Oh, I did have a rubber tree, look at this. I am growing one. The reason I need a piece of wood is because I need to make a lever, because that power supply needs to have a redstone signal to start giving off its power. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to set this up permanently. Yeah. I know the fisher needs to be one level above water. Like so, and I can put this above it, and let's see whether it's far enough above water. It doesn't have any energy. And let's grab this and just stick it like this. Now, as I said, from what I understand, this needs to get a redstone signal. So it starts transmitting its energy. So it can either be making power from sun energy, or it can be transmitting it. So it needs some kind of, and obviously a lever is only a temporary solution. I'm wondering about Botania's, not that we've done any Botania whatsoever, but I wonder about Botania's clock or timepiece, time sand thing. I mean, I don't think this needs a lot of power. I don't think it fishes very frequently. Okay, now it's charging. I think this might possibly, well, let's look at the idle. I think it might possibly need to be deeper. Yeah, I think it needs to be deeper over the water, if you see what I mean. Okay, so it did need a bigger area of water around it. I think 3 by 3 is enough, because look, it is now fishing. And once the work goes up to 1050 work units, I am sure, oh, it doesn't have energy. How come it? Yeah, it's got another fish, a red herring. Okay, well, fish is most of what it will get, which isn't all that exciting, but believe me, it can come up with like enchanted items and books and all manner of useful stuff, so that will be very nice. Now, before we finish, as I said, I'm not going to do any more machine stuff because I am quite bored of it, but I think, so we want to finish this, but I think there's a couple of interesting things to do here that should be quite quick, and one is blaze seeds. So I looked it up, and blaze seeds are basically a cross between copper and manicchio. And since we have both, I don't see why we shouldn't. I am running out of space. Since we have both, I don't see why we shouldn't just let's make sure there is light in here. I think I threw away the dirt and I was upstairs. Okay, so this should be quick and easy. Copper and manicchio. Unfortunately, they're not quite at 10 10 10, but I think they will be high enough. And the other ones, you can actually craft them. The obsidian seeds, apparently you craft them with lead essence and an iron pickaxe, which is interesting, and I'm not sure fully justified, but I will not complain. Okay, I don't know why I'm storing all these essences here. So you make a pickaxe. So here's the recipe: a pickaxe surrounded by lead essence. So let's try that. Seems very unlikely, and yet here we go. Obsidian seeds. Let's put them here, and thankful that we don't have weeds in this enabled in this pack. Let's just leave them there. Now, where did I put the sprinkler system after I was so disgusted with getting it as a reward? I was looking at the rewards here, so I sort of assume that I put it. Yeah, this is the old one, which is full of water. This is gonna be so cool. Imagine growing blaze. Well, I don't know whether it's blaze rods or blaze powder. Possibly it's only blaze powder, but even so. And obsidian. Growing, I'm all for growing obsidian. And this is manicchio seeds. We don't want that. Blaze seeds. Let's see what they give us, whether they give us blaze rods or blaze powder. Oh, come on, grow. I haven't got all day. Blaze essence. And what can we use blaze essence for? Making enchanted books. I really have to get into those books. Blaze rods. Look how cool this is. And oh my god, I can even make a blaze spawner with a something witherproof. Oh my god, this makes witherproof tiles. Okay, but it doesn't tell me how to make it. Okay, well, anyway, blaze rod. Yes, I like a lot. Let's have a look at the obsidian thing. It's probably gonna give me obsidian essence, which I then use to make obsidian, I assume. Ah, this is such a cool mod. Slightly too easy, I think. Yep, 8 of those, 9 of those for obsidian. Slightly too easy, I think, but you know, let us not complain. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.